Nayla then thought about the classes she was taking in school. None of them really interested her. Most had been chosen by the family's academic advisor, who had been overseeing her educational instruction since birth, since her parents were too busy running the family hospital and fighting to provide health care to the many poor Asian families in India. Her mother had opened satellite clinics in Philadelphia, South Africa, and New Mexico City. She loved and understood her parents' humanitarian position. It, in fact, had boosted her decision to change from a liberal arts curriculum. She was now studying science. She too wanted to practice medicine. She was done with being the pretty little princess with only ambitions of popularity and tabloid notoriety. She was finished with it. Nayla was tired of being a snob and ignoring those who had less than she. She was also through with ignoring the classes that interest her. She loved science and adored animals, especially the horses her father, Prince Marari Viradaraj, owned. She'd grown up in the stables caring for them. She'd even tagged along under the foot of the family veterinarian, questioning him every chance she could and watching his every move. She learned so much from him. Nayla smiled, thinking of how during her tween years she'd actually believed that she was in love with the son of the family veterinarian, a young pre-vet student who helped his father monitoring the health of the animals from time to time. She had been a silly little thing. How could she have been in love with someone who was nearly 20 years old? Ugh, Nayla thought. He was almost as old as her brothers. But Nayla had to admit, he was the handsomest man she'd ever seen, and the kindest. On her 12th birthday, he had picked a large bouquet of wild flowers, wrapped a tourniquet around them, and given them to her. That was the moment her heart exploded, and she fell for him. Maybe the crush wasn't that weird. Yes, it was. Her mind drifted. Just thinking about the horses felt liberating and freeing. She would spend more time in the stables, Nayla decided. She would continue to learn from the veterinarian and his son. She'd ask more questions and take more notes. Nayla Viradaraj decided to abandon her current way of life. She would decided to leave the girl fighting, the malicious texting, and the aimless thinking alone. She'd start her own adventure. She'd study animal medicine and be the first in the family to become a veterinarian. She was curious about the field of animal research and how she could improve the lives of the horses she loved so much. Yes, that's what she'd do, pursue a career in veterinarian medicine. That would shock her parents, she smiled, finally shaking away some of the boredom in her life.